Continue. Flywheel means again disk, mr squared by 2, moment of inertia. A flywheel of mass 25 kilogram, a flywheel of mass 25 kilogram has a radius 0.2 meter. It is making
Sorry, sir, can you repeat?
Please, can you repeat, sir?
a flywheel of mass 25 kilogram. A flywheel of mass 25 kilogram has radius 0.2 meter. It is making 240 RPM, rotation per minute. That means omega. What is the torque? What is the torque necessary? What is the torque necessary to bring it to rest? To bring it to rest in 20 seconds. In 20 seconds. If the torque is due to the force, if the torque is due to the force, if the torque is due to a force applied tangentially on the rim of the flywheel, what is the magnitude of the force? What
Sir,
is the
if
magnitude
torque
of
is if torque is after that,
if the torque is due to a force,
there in the chat.
if the torque is due to a force, if the torque is due to a force applied tangentially on the rim of the wheel, applied tangentially on the rim of the wheel, what is the magnitude of the force?
Sir, so over here, final velocity will be 0, right?
Just a minute, here some students are waiting in the waiting room. What is that? Yeah, final velocity 0. So here a flywheel means it will be like this. A flywheel of mass 25 kilogram has a radius 0.2. Your radius of the flywheel is 0.2 meter radius. Okay. Then it's making 240 revolutions per minute. That means omega is 240, omega naught, initial value, 240. What is the torque necessary to bring to rest? That means you have to give if it is rotating like this, you have to give an opposing torque to bring it to rest. So omega is equal to 0, final value. Okay.
So we can use your I alpha, right?
Which one? Moment of inertia is I alpha. Torque is equal to I alpha formula.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you can calculate. If the torque is due to a force applied tangentially on the rim, what is the magnitude of the force? That means force is equal to, this is the force, this is a perpendicular distance. Torque is equal to RF sine 90. RF sine theta, that means RF sine 90, then R into F. So first you have to find out here torque, then force you can find out. Torque is equal to I alpha. Okay.
So but first we have to convert RPM to RPS, right?
Yes. First you have to convert radians per second.
So divided by 60.
Oh.
Okay, sir.
So alpha is equal to V minus U by T, like that. Omega minus omega naught by time. Now here, omega naught, we have to convert. Omega naught is 240 into 2 pi now radians divided by 60. So here alpha is equal to omega 0, final velocity 0. So minus 240 into 2 pi omega naught divided by 60 time 20 seconds. So alpha you can get. Alpha is minus 2 by 5 pi radians per second squared. If it's wrong, tell me.
So the shape is ring or disc?
Which one? This is
Flywheel
this,
shape.
this, like this. Disk in the sense, for example, center. It is flywheel, right? It's just almost like this.
Like a CD, sir.
Yeah, it will be
Center
4
small
by
circle.
5.
Okay, okay.
Like this.
So we will use mr square by 2 or mr square
MR
here?
squared by 2. MR
squared by
squared by 2.
2.
I will MR squared by 2.
So the flywheel is like a disc only, right?
Like disk only. MR squared by 2.
Okay, sir.
This value I substitute here, alpha substitute here. Then you will get torque is equal to minus 1 by 5 pi. Pi kilogram or Newton meter. Newton meter. Now this torque value you can substitute here. Minus 1 by 5 pi is equal to R is 0.2 into F. That means F is equal to minus pi Newton. That's all. This is that. Don't just copy, try to understand the numerical.
So what is the torque? Minus 1 by 5 Newton meter. Pi
Which
Newton.
one? Which one?
Torque.
Torque is equal to minus 1 by 5 pi Newton meter. Force into perpendicular distance, right? Torque. Force into perpendicular distance, Newton meter.
Sir, how do you get torque over here as minus 1 by 5 pi?
Torque is equal to I alpha. I is
Sir.
equal to torque is I alpha. I you have to find out from here.
Yes, sir.
The I is
Alpha
0.5.
already calculated here.
Yes, sir.
So when you multiply, you will get minus 1 by 5 pi Newton meter.
Okay, sir.
Because we are
First
dividing by
calculate I value, then torque value and substitute.
Okay, sir. Thanks, sir.
So what about the magnitude?
Magnitude is minus pi Newton. Pi Newton.
Okay, sir.
And now new chapter.
Yes, sir.
Now new topic, new chapter, gravitation.
It's a new chapter.
New, new unit, completely new unit. I think first book over. This is the second, no, one more unit is there. Gravitation. Chapter 8, gravitation. Gravitation. Okay. Listen. So first of all, gravitation, when we explain, we know every material body in the universe attract each other. 9th standard is studied. And this force of attraction between these masses is directly proportional to product of their masses and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. First, let us see how this force, depending on mass and radius, distance between 2 point masses. Look here. First of all, understand why this attraction and repulsion taking place. Actually, it is not in the scope of your learning, but better know that idea. Then you will have an idea why repulsion taking place, why attraction taking place and all. Look here. If you're taking an object here, from this object, what particle physics says, a kind of particle comes out. It's emitting a kind of particle. They are called graviton. This is invisible, but a particle comes out. It's called graviton. From charged particle, which is coming called photon. So like that, two bodies you are keeping here. This is M1, this is M2. This particle are being exchanged between them. There are two types of particle exchange. For example, suppose here one person, here one person. Okay, you are throwing an object to him. He just catch it. Then he will go away. This man also will go away. This kind of particle exchange is called repulsion. Suppose they both are looking this side, okay, back to back, and throwing a boomerang that will come and catch here. These kind of particle exchange bring to attraction. Like that, in attraction repulsion means there must be a particle exchange taking place. Okay, these are all very advanced studies. Just have an idea. This is the reason for this attraction and repulsion taking place. Clear? Right. For the case of Earth, it exchanged the particles called graviton. So more mass comes, more gravitons are exchanged. So attraction will be more. That's the first statement. F is directly proportional to M1 and M2. Now F is inversely proportional to R square. Why it is a square of the distance? That also I'm going to explain now. For this, better to understand with another example. Suppose here there is a bulb. I'm keeping a bulb. To understand this idea, I'm explaining this. A bulb I'm keeping. From this bulb, you know, light rays are coming out. Isn't it? From here, light rays are coming out all the direction. So this total light rays which is coming out, that energy of light energy altogether, this is all just representing, but light is everywhere. In between all the lines, light is there. This arrow just shows this is coming out this way. So that energy content around this bulb is known as flux. If it is a point charge, we can say electric flux. If it is material body, we can say gravitational flux. If it is a magnet, we can call it magnetic flux.
Sir,
if light is called light energy flux, that's a term we are using for that.
So can you repeat again about flux?
Then what is intensity, sir?
Flux means that energy content around the body.
So around any body, the energy that it emits is flux.
Flux, yeah. That means if it is a particle, gravitational flux. If it is electric charge, electric flux. If it's a magnet, magnetic flux. You understood?
So is graviton a type of flux?
Flux consists of graviton.
Okay, sir.
All this graviton together, we can say flux all around. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So graviton
To just understand the idea why this force acting. Okay. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now suppose it's a bulb. From here, light energy we are assuming, light energy flux we are assuming. Now here, I'm putting a lamp shade, okay, lamp shade around the bulb. Now you can see this is 1 centimeter length, 1 centimeter radius. You can see that lamp shade is bright now, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Why it
Yes,
is
sir.
bright? Because photons are coming and passing through that lampshade. So that lampshade is illuminated, isn't it?
Sir, because the photons are passing through the lampshade, that is why.
So lampshade is illuminating there, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Now we can say how much brightness that lampshade has. For this calculation, we can call it intensity. Intensity means how brighter that region. More intensity means you will see it's more brighter. Less intensity means less brighter. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Sir, intensity of what?
Intensity of light
Intensity
sir.
of light.
on this lampshade. Intensity of this light on the lampshade.
Yes, sir.
That means how much bright is that lampshade. Clear?
Yes,
So, sir,
sir.
can you say intensity is like the effect of the photon?
Intensity means strength. Intensity of sound means then it is very high, louder.
Oh, okay, sir. I get it. I get it, sir.
Intensity of brightness means it is more brightness. Intensity of light means bright.
Yes, sir.
Intensity means strong. That's all I mean. It's an English word. Very intensive hit, like that. Very strong hit. Intensity, strong. That's the meaning. How bright. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Sir, is graviton proven or is it theoretical?
It is now research is going on in particle physics about graviton. Okay. We did not identify exactly, but about that one big study is going on. Particle physics, there's a post-graduation course there. They are studying about graviton. You can just go and search in the net how far it is advanced, that study. Okay. Now you understand the meaning of intensity.
Yes, sir.
See, intensity of electric field. That means very strong electric field. Then we can say field is very strong. So attraction will be very strong. If you're using a magnet, very strong magnet, then magnetic field will be very strong around here. So we say intensity of that magnetic field is strong. Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Now here you see this brightness. How we calculate this intensity? The technique of calculating intensity is this. I is equal to total flux enclosed. Total flux enclosed by that surface. That I'm calling a symbol phi. Just I'm putting a symbol phi. And total surface area. Total surface area, that is 4 pi r squared. For example, 1,000 photons are coming. Just imagine 1,000 photons are coming from this bulb. So total flux we can say 1,000 divided by 4 pi, surface area of the sphere, 4 pi into 1 squared, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now I am removing this lampshade. I am putting another lampshade of 2 centimeter. Another lampshade of 2 centimeter. Okay, first let it be there. First one, let it be there. Then only we can compare. Second one is now 2 centimeter, this green one. Will the brightness be same?
No.
No, sir.
It is enclosing same amount of flux, right? Same flux it's enclosing. But you are saying
Yes.
inside it is more brighter, outside it is less brighter. What is the reason?
So
Sir,
distance.
because
Because
Distance
the photons will be distributed.
the-
yes,
It is
sir.
spread,
Yes.
right? It is spread, isn't it?
Yes, sir. It gets spread.
Yes, sir.
That means here if you're taking an area, see more flux is going. Here if you're taking that flux is spread. So less amount of flux only passing through unit area, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So here we can say intensity is equal to total flux by 4 pi 2 squared. That means intensity decreased now 4 times, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
It enclosing same amount of flux, but as the distance increase, brightness decrease 4 times. If you're putting here another envelope, another this one, 3 centimeter, how many times intensity will decrease?
9. 9 times.
4 pi 3 square, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Because again,
Yes,
this
sir.
is spreading. You see, now that spread increasing, so energy available per unit area decreasing, right?
So intensity decreases.
Intensity decreases. So from a point to mass, whether it's a point to mass, gravitons are spreading spherically. So square the factor, that force will decrease, isn't it? That particle exchange will decrease. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So
If
do
you're
they
keeping a
always spread in a
bulb,
spherical shape?
spherical shape. If it is a bulb, a point bulb,
Sir.
again brightness will decrease square the factor.
Yes, sir.
See, when I'm speaking, sound energy is spreading in the form of spherical shape. Clear? So square the
Yes.
factor, intensity, loudness will decrease.
Yes, sir.
So this is very important everywhere. Even 12th also we need this concept. The 2 point charges, then electric field will decrease square the factor. 2 point magnets, then magnetic field will decrease the square the factor of the distance. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So same
Now
case
you
for
will-
graviton.
Which one?
The same law applies for graviton.
Everywhere. Everywhere.
Okay, sir.
Now here you see, now you will understand. See, this is the particle M1. From that, gravitons are spreading. Or we can say, don't go to that high level. You can say gravitational field is spreading. From M2, also gravitational field is spreading. So we can say more the mass, that gravitational field spread more. So we can say force of attraction between them is directly proportional to product of their masses. That you agree, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
And this force of attraction is inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. Now you understood why it is square.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, you may have the doubt why it's not r, why it's not r cubed, why it's not r to the power 4. Can be any power, right? Why we are telling only square? Now you understood the reason. Because that gravitational field is spreading and decreasing square the factor from a point object. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That is the reason we can say, we can conclude F is directly proportional to M1, M2 by R squared. This is the Newton's law of gravitation. Agreed?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right on. Every material body in nature, every material body in nature attract each other, attract each other. The force of attraction between them, the force of attraction between them the force of attraction between them is directly proportional to product of their masses, product of their masses. And inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Let M1 and M2, let M1 and M2 are the 2 point masses, let M1 and M2 are the 2 point masses separated by a distance r, separated by a distance r. Then force of attraction between them, force of attraction between them.
Sir, after 2 point masses.
Let M1 and M2 are the 2 point masses separated by a distance r. Then the force of attraction between them can be written as, see this square one, F is proportional to M1 M2 by R square. Now for you it's very clear why it is M1 M2 and why it's R square. Is it
So
clear?
why is it why the denominator is r square?
What you're asking?
Why is the denominator r square, sir? Could you repeat that?
And what I explained just before about that light with the distance square, the factor, it is spreading, right?
Yes, sir, it is spreading.
The last 10 minutes I explained this only, right? You were
Yes,
not there, you couldn't hear.
I was here, sir. I could hear. It spreads spherically.
See, from here, it is spreading, right? Like this.
Yes, sir.
So if you imagine a sphere, okay, we have taken total energy coming out is 5 and surface area is 4 pi r squared. So brightness depending on or intensity depending on 5 by 4 pi r squared.
Okay, sir.
You remember? So first I have taken 1 centimeter distance.
Yes, I remember the example. I was listening.
Then square the factor. You only said no. When I'm saying 3 centimeter, 9 times it will decrease. 2 times, 4 times it will decrease. Isn't it?
No, sir. I think he was confused with the two formulas. I think so.
Which two formula?
Yeah.
What's your confusion? You tell me.
No, sir. I was just asking how the r square came in the denominator. The formula, yes, sir, I was.
As
That's
distance
the surface
increasing,
area.
force will decrease, right?
Yes.
How many times it will decrease, that force?
The amount of distance by.
Square the distance, right?
Yes.
Why it is square? Why it is not r or r cubed?
I don't know, sir. That's the question, sir.
See, for example, this is a point. That's what I told you. Example, this is a light, a bright light. Imagine a bulb. Clear?
Yes.
From here, light is spreading all the sides. Agreed?
Okay, sir.
This total